For San Diego, they may or may not have Chucky Lozano. So Chucky Lozano was absent from the team's matchday squad on decision day. And Mikey Varas was asked about it after the game, and he just kind of shrugged it off and said, we're dealing with an internal situation. And I've been making calls and figuring it out. I got a lot of no comments, and I'm able to report per sources that they don't know if Chucky Lozano is going to be available for the playoffs due to that internal situation. And what happened was he was subbed out in their last game before decision day against Houston at halftime. He was very unhappy about this. He made those feelings known. There was a verbal altercation in the locker room, and Chucky Lozano was then held out of the team for decision day. One source said he needs to prove to the locker room how committed he is to the team. And it was like, honestly, day to day, we don't know if or when he's going to be available for the playoffs. So that is a major storyline to watch for San Diego.
So in that game, San Diego was trailing in Houston 1-0 at halftime. He came off. They ended up winning 4-2. They conceded in the 87th minute. Dreyer had 2 goals. De La Torre had a goal. And then Pellegrino scored in the 103rd minute to seal the deal. And this is just a curveball that's unnecessary. You've had the best season in expansion year, like an expansion year of all time. Chucky has played really well without all the pressure on him, right? The early injury shifted, I think, a lot of this season of everyone came into it thinking Chucky had to carry the team. What else would there be? And the moment he got hurt right out the gates, it turned out that the style was the star, the team was the star, and Dreyer elevated. And even when Chucky came back, I think it made his life easier that it wasn't all on his shoulders.
Yeah.
And so you've had this great season. It's all fit together perfectly. And now there's just an unnecessary internal struggle to take you off your game for absolutely no reason. I think it's devastating if it ends up being something that takes you from beating Portland 4-0 on decision day to potentially losing a series. But even past that, I have San Diego. I think they have a legitimate shot to go to MLS Cup.
Of course.
It changes if Chucky's out, but it changes even more if if you said Chucky was hurt, I'd be like, okay, I could still see them getting there. This feels like extra stuff that makes everything harder for everyone around the team.
No, for sure. And it's definitely an unfortunate distraction. And again, just an unfortunate unavailability because Chucky Lozano was really, really good. I think he has 19 goal contributions in his time. Like, it's still been a very productive season for Chucky, even if it isn't what maybe he hoped for or particularly with the games played. But like, I'm sure that he thought he was going to be the MVP finalist, not Anders Dreyer, and I'm not suggesting that there's any animosity there whatsoever. Right. I'm just saying when Chucky Lozano was the first player signed in club history, the faces on all the posters, I'm certain that his own standard was, I want to be one of the best players in the league. I want to, what Carlos Vela did for LAFC, all this stuff, like because he is that good. And he has been very, very productive on the field, so it's unfortunate to not have him.
And normally this is one where you're like, yeah, he wants to play. Like that's normally something that's fixable quickly. Because the issue here is not he wants a new contract, he doesn't like the way the teams run. Like he literally wanted to be on the field more for the team. The fact that it's taken this long is worrying because that means whatever happened is really big. And we're probably in a time crunch where it doesn't end this series. Now, I've said this a million times, the next round doesn't kick off for a month. So you have a month to figure this out if you're able to get through this, which they should still be able to navigate Portland without him.
Exactly. And like, again, like it was truly day to day, right? But the sources I spoke with were serious about like there's no guarantee that he plays. Yeah. But like this could get resolved soon. To your point, Goss, like I was, when I was making these calls, I figured I was just going to get internal thing. It happened. We're past it. We're moving forward. He's available. So I was surprised to hear that, oh no, like this is still lingering and this is still a thing. So that would definitely be something to watch.